You know what? I should actually put you guys on here as well, but I don't want to tonight. Next time I will. I've got some new stuff going on. But yeah. So everybody come gathering in and stuff.
You what?
Oh, thanks for the likes.
You
How
what?
are you doing, Ivella? I
You
guess how you
what?
say it. Thank you for all the likes.
You what?
I think I might
You
need to
what?
set that down a
Avelia
little
says,
bit.
how are you? Less than 3333.
You
Pretty
what?
good. How are you doing?
You what? You what?
Alrighty, so may end up turning those off for a little bit. Oh, let me get set up here. I had a toy explosion earlier, so I think I got it fixed. But alrighty, listen up for a second. Today's live is about something real, something millions of people deal with quietly. Fibromyalgia isn't just being tired and sore, it's waking up every day in the body that feels like it's fighting you. So, this is something I wrote up earlier for the night stream. We'll probably be playing a game, it'll be in a few. Right now, we're just going to do this. Welcome in. Imagine pain that doesn't go away. Imagine being exhausted even after sleeping. Imagine trying to think about through fog so thick you forget what you're saying mid sentence. Trust me, I do that a lot. Or just completely forget. People with fibromyalgia deal with 20 plus symptoms: pains, fatigue, dizziness, headaches, numbness, burning sensation, mood swings, and they still show up. They still try. That's what we only thing we can do. And the hardest part, most of the world doesn't see it because it's not something that's seeable. Most of the world just like it's in your head. The problem is, it is in your head. So to tell you, we're talking about the stages, the symptoms, the reality, not the scary one, not to scare anyone, but to make sure people feel seen. If you're living with this, you're not weak, you're not lazy, you're fighting a battle most people don't even know exists. And you're not alone here. And you're not. You are not alone in the fight. There is many people who have fibromyalgia. Millions, millions and millions. I contracted mine when I was 3 months old. I am the oldest living person who is still walking, not in a wheelchair, not bedfast. I've had it the longest. I've had studies done. Most of the stuff they know about has come from me, from studies. Basically, I try not to get mad at people, posting what helps them because with fibromyalgia, you're welcome, bud. Not everybody is the same. Some medicines may work for some, may not work for others. So yeah, I mean, it's just weird. But we'll go over some stuff here. Maybe y'all learn something. Maybe y'all won't. Maybe y'all can put in some of the things you guys notice and about your fibromyalgia. And we are live on Kick, YouTube, and Twitch. So if anybody misses the live stream, you can go back and rewatch it on Twitch, on YouTube. I'll make sure I post afterwards. that it is live on YouTube. Try increasing your mic's volume. Okay, what is going on here? Am I not being picked up? Well, it says increase my microphone, but okay. There. Hopefully that's better. I don't know why it came up and told me that, but there we go. So, stages, 7 stages. These aren't doctor documented as far as actual stages, as far as like medical book. They are stages. They are 7 stages. There is 4 levels of fibromyalgia. I have level 4, and yet I'm still walking, talking, eating on my own, taking care of myself. Me and my wife are married. We raised 6 kids. I worked every day. I'm currently unemployed right now because I'm on disability on where I was working because I did have a heart attack and a stroke, and I do have 2 titanium stents in my heart. So we'll start with the 7 common described stages of fibromyalgia. Now, these are what most people know it as, the 7 stages. Stage 1 is early symptoms. Early symptoms are pretty common. I went through every stage here. Mild nagging pain, stiffness and fatigue. Daily life, mostly normal, but sometimes feeling off. Sleep issues begin. This is when you start having the sleep issues. People often start research with symptoms and see a doctor, but that's stage 1. You know, and we'll get in more into it, but I know a lot of people say, oh, it's just this and this and this. No, a lot of things are mimicked, not by fibromyalgia, but they mimic fibromyalgia. So stage 2 is increased pain and fatigue. Pain becomes more noticeable and fatigue frequent. Fatigue intensifies. OTC pain meds may help. Still able to work, socialize, function, but with more effort. Stage 3 is functional strain. Pain is present rather than occasional. Means you're constantly in pain, not just here and there. Fatigue makes work and social life harder. It does because you just want to sleep because you're in the pain all the time. Rest becomes more necessary after normal activities. People may begin withdrawing socially. That is stage 3. Stage 4 is moderate fibromyalgia. Constant pain and fatigue. Sleep is poor or non-resolute. Daily tasks become difficult. More sick days, more time spent in bed. Flare-ups are more intense and more frequent. Severe impact on life is stage 5. At stage 5, pain is unrelenting, and disability. Assistance with daily tasks may be needed. Emotional distress increases. Frustrations, feeling trapped. Disability may be considered. Disability may be considered. Support from partner or caregiver becomes essential. Advanced symptoms and isolation. Higher pain sensitivity, touch, light, noise. A lot of that stuff is really hard to deal with. Even simple tasks like showering can be exhausting. Medication remedies become more complex. Social isolation increases. Online communications becomes primary support. And then stage 7, this deliberate. Oh my goodness, I can't say it. Disability fibromyalgia, pretty much. I can't say the other word. Debilitating fibromyalgia. A severe widespread extreme fatigue, very limited mobility and function. That's when you start, that's when you're like bedfast, wheelchair bound, it's just hard to even get up, let alone do anything. Mostly homebound and focus shifts to comfort, pain relief, and quality of life. That's when they pretty much is everything's downhill. Key things to keep in mind: fibromyalgia does progress at the same way for everyone, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is it doesn't progress in the same way. It doesn't have all the same symptoms. So some people never reach severe stages. Symptoms can plateau, improve, or fluctuate. They can. I mean, some people supposed on there, they take vitamins and it makes it more tolerable, and it may work for a while. But if you have fibromyalgia, sooner or later, it probably will flare back up. That's why it says fluctuate. Stress, trauma, illness, and lifestyle change can trigger shifts. And that's what you can't get people to understand. Like, if you're able to move and stuff and you're taking vitamins and stuff, and all of a sudden, say you move or you get another stressful job, it don't matter how many vitamins you take or supplements or anything like that, it may trigger a shift in it. And those vitamins may no longer help you. What you were doing may no longer help you at all. Addressing sleep, early recognition helps. Addressing sleep, stress, physical conditions, and pain early can reduce long term sensitivity or severity. Okay. If you get help sooner than later, then you're more able to go longer before things happen. But we all get older. Everything ages, including fibromyalgia. Now, when I said I had level 4 fibromyalgia, there is fibro, fibro, uh, there's fibromyalgia, fibromatosis, and fibromatosis. Um, when you start getting into the other two, that's when they start becoming disability. When you get fibromatosis, yeah, you're in a wheelchair, you're in bed. There's nothing left. No painkillers is helping. They're pretty much you're just quality of life with a caretaker. Now, most people I know are a lot more advanced as far as what they do because up until a year ago, I was working. I was working factory work. I was in pain every day. My social life pretty much didn't exist. Mood swings, temper, but we'll go on into that. So, management is multi layered, there's no one cure all. Common strategies include gentle exercise, walking, stretching, Tai Chi, water therapy, and that's if you're in the lower stages. Some of that stuff can help. I went to the gym, started walking, started feeling better, started stretching. I like being in the water. That's why we got a pool. It does help, but it only helps while you're doing it. And then if you go like, I don't know, say walking on a treadmill and you're doing it and you decide, oh, I'm going to jog because I feel good today. Well, tomorrow you may not be able to move. Sleep hygiene. Sleep hygiene, what that means is warm bath, cold bath, uh, fragrance in your water, Epsom salt in your water, things that can help you sleep because sleep is very rare. I sleep maybe 4 hours a night, but that's not a 4 straight hours. That's not an hour at a time. That's like 20 minutes at a time. Then I'm up back down, up. It's crazy. Stress reduction, breathing, mindfulness, pacing. Just try to keep the stress. I was actually told by one doctor stress was going to kill me because I shouldn't be in stress because of how far I am. But let's face it, when you're a father of six, and a husband, and you're going through all this, there's a lot of stress. Medication as prescribed by a clinic. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. I took ibuprofen for years, and it was the only thing that would help. I could take morphine, I could take Oxycontin, I could take any of those, prednisones, any of those, and they simply did not help. Sorry, I had to switch screens here because I forgot my other chat wasn't on this same one. Physical therapy. Let me tell you a story about physical therapy. When I was 12 years old, after I was just getting diagnosed, I was told I needed to go to the gym. I needed to work out. Well, I was playing football and stuff. And I was on all the sports teams. I was pretty much a jock, but I was also a nerd. I'm still a nerd. And they're like, oh, well, if you go to the gym, we'll get you a personal trainer. You can beat all this. Problem was, I ended up increasing my muscle mass. But when I was having my spasms, which were in my throat, they were a lot worse. I used to have teachers hold my head back so I wouldn't suffocate because the spasms in my throat would draw my chin into my chest and I couldn't breathe. Arms spasm up to like bricks, teachers having to do this. It made school hard. So it didn't help. It made everything, yeah, I felt good while I was doing it, but the after effects were not worth it. Support groups online or in person, that is your biggest benefit. Finding people that know what you're going through. And remember, you're not alone. Millions of people live with fibromyalgia, and many find ways to stabilize symptoms and reclaim quality of life. So it's not like you got to sit down and give up. You just got to work finding what can help. Now, if you're rare, then the 7 stages and you get up there, then yeah, it's going to be a little harder. But yeah, and now we'll talk about the fibromyalgia, the 20 most common symptoms. These are just symptoms that you can be like, hey, I have those. Maybe I could have this. They can't find anything else. And maybe, it'll help somebody. Maybe you can talk to your doctor and be like, hey, you know, I've got all this. What about this since we can't find anything else? Because the only way you can find fibromyalgia, if you have it, is when everything else comes back negative. When there's nothing else left. And yes, that means everything. That means any immune disease you may have, anything. When they come back negative, then there's no other choice. And trust me, I'm 47, going on 48. I've had it since I was 3 months old. Everything has been run on me. There's no autoimmune disease. There's no nothing. It is straight up fibromyalgia. And yes, some in my heart, I did have cloggage, but also it was already weak. I had a heart attack when I was 20. So 27 years ago, I had my first heart attack. And it was caused because the fibromyalgia muscles around the heart and the heart had a spasm. And yes, all your organs or muscles, they can spasm. Because what people don't understand, fibromyalgia is a chronic neurological condition involving central sensations, meaning the brain and the spinal cord amplifies signals. This leads to widespread pain and constitution of physical, conjunctive, and emotional symptoms. Okay? Now, one of the things they don't recognize, or not, they do recognize it, but they don't say anything about it, is referred pain. When I was younger, I could break my foot and never even knew my foot was broke. But all the pain and everything was in the arm. So they would have to do full body x rays. In 9 months, I had 119 broken bones. Most of them was like walking across the floor, got a spasm, broke my ankle. Uh, did a somersault in gym, cracked 3 ribs because I spasmed them. Muscles connecting to your bones can do just as much damage when they contract to your bones as fibromyalgia. So the 20 common symptoms: widespread pain. That's number one. A present, dull, aching, or sharp, throbbing pain affecting muscles, joints, and connective tissue. That's, you know, that sounds like other stuff, arthritis, everything else. But this is after they ruled out arthritis and everything else. Fatigue, deep, present tiredness that doesn't improve with rest. You're always sleepy. Sleep depression, distribution, distributions. I don't know why I put distributions, but it's supposed to be disruptions. Trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking unrefreshed. May include restless legs or sleep apnea. I have both restless legs and sleep apnea. Conjunctive difficulties. Fiber fog. Fiber fog is when you have problems with the memory, your focus, word recall, and mental clarity. As you can see, I'm stumbling around a little bit. That's because of the word recall. Morning stiffness. I hate morning stiffness. Muscles and joints feel tight and rigid upon waking. I moan and groan, and it takes me forever from the time I wake up to actually get up. Headaches and migraines. Frequent tension headaches and full migraines. They are bad. They are very bad. Now, like I said, the only thing that used to help anything on me was ibuprofen, but since I had my heart attack and I'm on blockers now, I can no longer take the ibuprofen. So now it's just deal with the pain normally. Jaw pain, clicking, or facial discomfort. Irritable bowel syndrome. Trust me, that is a major thing, and it can not only be IBS-D, it can be IBS-C, it can be abdominal pain, it can mimic Crohn's. Bloating, constipation, diarrhea, abdominal pain. Uh, what is weird is if you get the IBS-C one day, the next day you're going to get the IBS-D, and you don't even have to take anything for either one. You just let it run its course. Depression and anxiety, mood disorder linked to chronic pain, sleep issues, and neurological change. There is a lot of depression and anxiety that goes along with fibromyalgia. Sensitive to touch, very light pressure can feel painful. I could never have my back touched because it felt like somebody was shoving knives through it. Increased pain response. Major injuries or pressures feel disproportionately painful. And that's what I was talking about. Like, okay, I get it cut on my hand. I may bleed for 30 minutes before I know my hand's cut, but all of a sudden I may get a headache, or I may get pain in my leg or something. Muscle spasms and cramps, involuntary triggering and twitching of muscles. As you've seen on my one, that was a mild day. It was building up to a full spasm or contraction, but that was a mild day. And then the other one I posted recently, that was even more of a mild day. But it never stopped. There is no stop to it. Burning sensations, a hot burning feeling in muscles or joints. The number one thing that I notice with that is like if I do sprain something or tear something, it feels like somebody's pouring hot lava into your joints. Dizziness or balance issue, lightheadedness or feeling unsteady. Stumble around all the time, walking the door frames, walking the walls, walking the doors. Legs just give out from under you. It's crazy. Swelling sensation. Hand, feet, limbs may feel swollen even if they aren't visibly enlarged. It basically feels like your skin is tight. But as you can tell, today, my fingers are swelled. It actually doesn't look too bad today. But yesterday, it looked like my ring was like 6 sizes too small. Jaw clenching or teeth grinding. I have no teeth because I grind my teeth. And from my first heart attack. Often connected to TMJ, tension, or nighttime stress. Yes, you can have stress when you have fibromyalgia at night. It's weird and annoying. Mood swings and irritability. Emotional fluctuation caused by chronic pain and fatigue. Always mood swings. Some people say misdiagnosed bipolar. But exercise intolerance. Feeling exercise, or wait a minute, yeah. Feeling exhausted or in pain after minimal physical activity. So yeah, it's a pain. Fibromyalgia is a pain. Hey babe, welcome to the stream. Must be on lunch. Or very bored. I'm gonna say very bored.
Snix 828 says yes.
Very bored or lunch.
Snix 828 says
Gotcha.
lunch.
Fibromyalgia shares symptoms with autoimmune disorder, thyroid issues, chronic fatigue syndrome, neuropathy, sleep disorder, mental health condition. These overlap in ways diagnosis often takes time and require ruling out other causes. That's what I said. When you turn up negative on everything else, that's when you get diagnosed. Unless you just have a dumbass doctor and he just wants to automatically say, oh, well, you got it. Problem is, once you find it, everybody treats you like you have the Black Plague. Because nobody wants anything to do with it because they can't help you. I love your new picture, babe. I wish I remember what the old one was. I know it was your face, but the new one is, like, amazing. So good in it. People often refer flare-ups after stress, emotional, physical, infection, injury.
Snix 828 says tie.
You're welcome. Major life changes, poor sleep, weather shift, or overexertion. Management approach, general information, medication, of course, sleep-focused treatment, physical therapy, medication prescribed by a clinic. Some of it works, some of it doesn't. Lifestyle approach, gentle exercise, walking, stretching, tai chi, water therapy. Pacing activities to avoid overexertion. Stress reduction, breathing, mindfulness, CBT. Improving sleep hygiene. Now these are things that can help. Each person is different though. Supporting approach, counseling or therapy, support groups, in person or online, education about flare-up management. The approach don't cure fibromyalgia, but they can significantly improve quality of life. So, yeah. That's pretty much sums up the 7, I forgot, the 20 common symptoms and the 7 stages.
Snix828 says you didn't put my dressing in my bowl LMAO.
Oh, I didn't even know I was supposed to. What dressing? Oh, the creamy cedar. See, I reminded you. Brain farts. Get a lot of brain farts. It was the creamy Caesar, right? Sorry about that.
Snix828 says this about to be dry as hell.
Can you not go over to a deli or somewhere and get some? I mean, if anybody's there, you can always make them go get it for you. You should get. They still got the refrigerator there, right? You should get a few things to keep in there. Like
Snix828 says yes.
you should get like a small bottle of that and put your name on it or something. That way you got it in there. That way when you do take salads, you've already got your stuff. Oh no, because
Snix828 says now people would eat it.
yeah,
Snix828 says
that's
eat it.
true. And you can't measure it out. I forgot about that. I'm sorry, babe. That's my bad.
Snix828 says yeah lol. Snix828 says it's all good.
I should have been paying more attention, I guess. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I get it. I'll actually go in there and count how many you got and go ahead and ball them up if that's. And it's going to be how much in one of them bowls? Is it one bowl full like your cottage cheese, or is it like so many ounces or something? Because I don't think I put it in your last ones either. You could always put your yogurt on it.
Snix828 says no, the rest of them are the frozen ones. I have to do meal prep tomorrow.
Oh, so they're no
Snix828
good?
says I had it already.
You had it? Where was it at? I didn't see any in the refrigerator.
Snix828 says in the containers.
All 4 containers are in the pantry.
Snix828 says yeah, the other ones are bad.
The other ones are bad? Okay.
Snix828 says yeah now lol.
Well, I mean, so they weren't already then. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'll do better. What are you going to meal prep tomorrow? What are you taking? Are you going back to your beef and sweet taters, or? Oh, I paid the trash bill, by the way.
Snix828 says beef and
taters.
potatoes.
I love that one. I love that beef and potatoes.
Snix828 says yes.
I like that one. That's the one you like got to make double for, because it is freaking good. Yes, people, I do try to eat healthy sometimes, but I think both of these streams have nothing on them. So, Paul, we'll load up. That way y'all don't sitting here looking at my screen.
Snix828 says you healthy?
Me healthy? No. Okay, guys. Let me tell you something good about having fibromyalgia, because everything else is bad. I had ice cream and brownies and chips day before yesterday, and I lost a pound. And then yesterday we went out to Mexican food. I came home, had brownies and ice cream. No, wait a minute. Before we went to there, I had popcorn, brownie, ice cream. And then we went out to Mexican. And then came home and ate more ice cream and brownies and some other junk food. And I got up this morning and I was 2 pounds less. And then I went and used the bathroom and I was 1.5 pounds less. So the good thing is you can drop weight really quick and not have to do anything. Because when I eat healthy, when my wife makes healthy stuff, and I go to the gym, I gain weight, which is weird. Very weird. And why is this not? Aha, there we go. Boom. So earlier on here, I did go and add some stuff to my little house thing. It is a guild, so if anybody wants to join the guild, just let me know. Bless me. Bless me for what? Did I sneeze? Oh, that was Kinsey coughing. Oh, that was Sadie.
Snix828 says the child sneezed.
Did you sneeze or cough? Oh, she sneezed. She did sneeze. Can you hear him back here? Say hi, Mom. Mom's on here. Where are they? Can you hear them?
Snix828 says
Needle's
Delal.
over here. Oh, Ella. I know. They got big mouths, don't they? Yes, kidding. I am ready for them cuddles. I have been tired today. We're sitting here talking about how fibromyalgia makes you tired and sleepy, and I'm tired and sleepy. And you're at work. No cuddles, no nap, no chest laying. I'm ready for the chest laying again. Alright, so we can play this and chat. If anybody wants to chat. I have had a lot of people stop in, a lot of viewers. I had a lot of likes. And then all of a sudden, it died. And I don't know why. Probably because I was late. It was an accident that I was late. Oh, we got enough now. We can finish these walls up at least. And I'm trying to build a guild, so if anybody wants, really, right in the middle. If anybody would like to join me, just give me your name and your one here, and I will invite you to the guild. Or whatever it's called on this game. I have another game I was going to stream that is still in beta. How did I do that?
Snix828 says I am gonna go scroll a bit. I'll come back when I get in the office.
Of course you are. You're probably my only person in here. Leave me all alone. I like your videos, by the way. Looking pretty good. Doing a really good job. That's code in case anybody's wondering.
Snix828 says thanks.
You're welcome. That's code just in case anybody's wondering when your woman tells you that. That just means that you're boring. She's got people in the room to talk to. That ain't as boring as you. That's what that means. But I do have to go eat for long, so yeah.
Snix828 says ain't nobody in here.
So you gonna talk to him on there? I see. Oh, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. You do you, baby. Actually, I could just eat my food up and eat it right here. I mean, I don't see anybody in any of the streams, so I might as well just eat. Oh, wait a minute.
Snix828 says you could.
I could eat on the stream. Would that not be rude? I didn't bring enough to share. Ah, there's my doors.
Snix828 says lol no.
Oh no. No, I didn't. I don't have to share or no. It's rude. Say anyway. Oh shit. God, I can't get out the door like that.
Snix828 says it ain't rude.
Ain't rude? Okay. So, why can I not shut my door now? Stuck me in the door. Alright, yeah, I'll probably go get my food then. But, I don't know how long I'll stream today. Wow, I went through a crap ton. I'm already down a day. Wow. What do I need? One of those a day. More wood already. Do I even have any more wood? Nope, I used it all. So I'm gonna have to go chop some more wood. It means I'm gonna have to make more tools. I had this all done once, and then, yeah, decided I wasn't worthy or something. And the guild died, so with the guild dying, got plenty enough to make all this stuff. I think I'm just gonna make tier 3 stuff though. Didn't make a tier 3, yep. Can't remember what ones these make. Well, I guess we're going hunting for some wood. I did find out that if you do, like, right over there is some iron. Go over there and get it and go all the way up there and around and back down through here. By the time you get back to here, that's all respawn again. Nice. Pretty nice. I got a bunch of stuff in the towns because I don't even know if I'm going to keep my stuff anywhere but in a town now, other than what I'm currently working on. Because, yeah, as you can tell, the days go by quick because I had 9.5 days and then I come back on here and it's like 8.5 and I'm like, what the world? But I got to learn some algorithms. We might play with the bot here in a minute. Because I don't really want to gather all this. We got some. I know it's probably nowhere near what I need. Of course not. I ain't got enough for one. So I think we're gonna switch games. Because I don't want to sit here and farm all that stuff while you guys have to watch me. I'd rather do other stuff while you watch me, not sit here and chop trees. So with saying that, boom, 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 boom. What should I play? And I should go ahead and close this out. End this one on TikTok. And go back in. Let's see. I had that on there. Wop, 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 dum, boom. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. La da dee dee. I'm actually looking here. Okay, don't see anything there. So I think I'm gonna go heat my food. I know I can't leave TikTok on, or not supposed to, when I go to heat my food. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to end my TikTok now. And I'd like to thank you for coming and all the likes and everything. And then I will be back with my food and something different. Maybe we can play. Well, I can't really play any shooter games. Maybe we'll play some Star Citizen. That's what we'll play. Play Star Citizen. So, I will be back. Oh, somebody just joined. All right. I got it here. Okay. So I'm going to end this, come back, play some Star Citizen after I get my dinner. And I'm sorry I was late, but stuff happens. So I will return. All right. Have a good one. Boop, 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 boop. Oops. I forgot you all were still here. So let me throw up the be right back, and I will be right back. And I will throw y'all on with the Twitch or with the kick. We'll just do it from one stream. All right, be right back in just a minute.